Welcome to F260, week 31, Matthew 1 and 2, entitled The Unsearchable Riches of God's Grace. Highlight verse is Matthew 1:17. So all the generations from Abraham to David are 14 generations, and from David until the carrying away into Babylon are 14 generations. And from the carrying away into Babylon unto Christ are 14 generations. Explaining this, the genealogy of Jesus Christ is divided into 3 parts of 14 generations each. Applying this, the first part of the genealogy consists of 14 generations. Abraham to King David. The second part, 14 generations, King David to the exile. And the third part, 14 generations, the exile to Jesus Christ, 14 generations. 14 is an especially significant number because it is twice 7, the number for completeness. 14 is also the numerical equivalent of the name of David in Hebrew. That is, the sum of the numerical values of each Hebrew letter in the name David add up to 14. And Jesus is known to the Jews through prophecy as the Messiah, the son of David. All this is certainly not just a coincidence, but it is a God incidence. Matthew lists the names in each part of the genealogy. It is noteworthy that the first part of the list, the 10th person, Salmon, was one of the 2 spies Joshua sent to Jericho, who were rescued by the harlot Rahab, whom he later married and by whom he begat Boaz, who was the 11th person listed and the great-grandparent of David. The genealogy of Jesus is also given in Luke chapter 3, verses 23 to 38. The 2 genealogies are identical, however, with 2 exceptions. Matthew traces the genealogy starting at Abraham and going forward to Jesus, whereas Luke traces it going from Jesus all the way back to Adam. Luke also diverges from Matthew with David's sons. Matthew traces Jesus' predecessors from David's son Solomon to Jesus' father Joseph. This is called the royal or legal line. Luke traces Jesus' predecessors from David's other son, Nathan, to Mary's father, Heli, the natural line. However, Luke uses Joseph's name instead of Mary's in deference to his position as head of the household. My response: 2 of the women listed here in Jesus' bloodline, Thamar and Bathsheba, were adulteresses, and Rahab was a harlot, which holds forth the unsearchable riches of God's grace. Amen. God bless.